how did the transition from then the company go to Hades? You know, because it's a lot of ex-company people, correct?
Yes, I actually want to briefly gloss over this. It was very, very good that we started with something like the company, because the company really we strive to say, hey, this is not a gang. We kept saying that. We kept pushing for that. We didn't hold down any turf. We didn't like purchase street blocks like certain crews did, where they bought an entire street of houses or apartments or anything like that. We just bought whatever we wanted. Like, hey, someone bought a house in Polito, someone bought a house in Sandy, people bought houses in Fudge, stuff like that. And it's kind of funny because that ended up working for us in our favor. See, when we transitioned from the company, which is a mix between ex-gang members and complete civilians, zero experienced people, what we said to ourselves was, hey, we can take some of these civilians, we can teach them how to become gang members, or we can keep them more on the legal side, is what we did. And it was lucky for us because we had so many properties in so many different places that now, like Lissim said earlier, we don't really care about holding down turf or care about various things because we have so much just land to work with. We can stay in Polito, we can stay in Sandy, we can stay in Fudge, and we can do whatever we want. And we don't have to hold down anything. We don't have to press anyone. We just live our lives, and it's been good.
Yeah.
I think
Well, I have a self-describe. What about KJ and the pharma team? Where are they at? Are they still with you guys?
Oh, they kind of
I love
stopped
them.
being as. I think they stopped being as impactful as in the company because he set everything up, so everything became a little bit more natural and less elaborate, I guess you could say, when it came to the Hades, because everybody knew their role already, and people that were supposed to sell, they just automatically do it now. You don't have to force them. I feel like the biggest thing is, how did we transition into Hades?
Yeah.
Basically everything that OTT did wrong, we're doing it right. I think that would be like a big that'd be like a big way to say it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the blueprint was the blueprint was like, how did he fuck it up? And then let's make sure that the people that got fucked up by it in this new group, we're not gonna let it happen again, right? So
yeah, you learn from history. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will say that the content that Maximus did on OTT and like the company days were a fucking movie, and even if it did cause like all this like people going at, the leaders going at, I think
I'd say, well, that goes back to your first question earlier, right? Like how important are time zones and stuff like that. Honestly, I think if we woke up together, a lot of the shit that we experienced in a company wouldn't have happened. Like really, it's just he just went through so much for like 8 hours without us, man. And then by the time we woke up,
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, like no matter what you do, he can be as influential as he wants. He does something for 8 hours, but me and Ray wake up and Mickey wakes up. 3-1, bro. That shit's getting changed. You know what I mean? Just like no matter what you do.
Even before that, when it was with Marty, Psych, and X still in the group, it was even causing issues back then. Like time zones.
I think it's possible to have different time zones for different gang leaders that come together and sit on one round table. Is that possible?
I don't think
ego get in the way.
I don't think I've seen it work. I would love for someone to find me like
doesn't Cypress have something like that, right? Where they have dons and then they all sit on one table, or yeah.
You gotta meet a little bit.
Cypress, I'm not gonna lie.
You have to meet at least a little bit, because I think like even Cypress, I think the one person, like the one leader that's probably like disconnected is Speedy. But Speedy is like, best friends with Lang, like that's very different than a brand new
but
gang.
It seems like they have their own crew, right? They all have their own crew, and they all come, and then the leaders all sit down at a table, and then they
I'm not sure. I do not know about that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about it, but to be honest, I would say for something like that to work, you would need a prior relationship between the leaders.
Yeah.
But because we didn't really have that type of relationship with the person who was leading a different tsunami, it did cause problems every time all of us did eventually end up meeting. Where we were having hour-long meetings where in character we were just like arguing. It was a shit. It was a genuinely. I don't know if we can cuss on this podcast, but it was a shit show. So
Mickey knows, bro. He'd be one of the first guys. I don't want to have these meetings anymore. I don't want to wake up to stress, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I just want to hide.
Yeah, this is
Hey,
this
welcome
is.
to RP, man. RP can be stressful. I mean,
Dude,
we don't
I'll
talk
be
about
honest.
it, but it can be stressful. It can be stressful.
No, Sam, Blau was so funny, bro. Towards the end of the company, I think
Oh
for
my
a
God.
full month, Blau was just like, Benji, I don't want this. I'm done. I don't care. I want to step down. You take the decision. You get my vote. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care who dies. Whatever.
People to this day, I think, still think it came out of nowhere when it was like literally for a month. I was like, I just want to fucking leave. Because like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like there are different kinds of people who like role play, and let's be honest. Like I actually believe this. Like this is about me, not like the characters. I think me, the streamer, I am not suited to be a leader of a role play crew because and literally there's like some OOC shit because I travel a lot. Because
Yeah, you don't have the time commitment.
yeah, or because I get bored and I want to play another character. And I end up going and playing a bunch of other characters. And I genuinely think that means that like on Mickey or on my main character, I should not lead a group. Like I think Mickey should. Like there was
a role play freedom. You need a role play freedom. You know,
You said something really important. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, there was a moment in the company where I was like, I'm fine with the company continues. I just don't want Mickey to be like the leader. Or like a leader. I want him to just, hey, what's up, guy? Like,
yeah.
No,
I feel like that was cool in the beginning.
And there's gonna be always more pressure on you as a gang leader because you have to also provide for your people, make sure they're doing things. Sometimes you feel like you're responsible for making sure these people have something going on. So now all sitting in a circle just doing nothing.
That's true.
It was so cool, Sam, because when Mickey in like 3.0 was like very meme-ish, you know what I mean? Like he was just fucking around half naked with a suit and do whatever later.
I don't think Mickey was a great character in 3.0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was just like you did random shit. But the thing is, when in the beginning of the company, Blau, it was perfect because you finally saw Mickey in like full power position, being able to do what he does best, right? But then after 6 months, 4 months, it became a point of like, oh no, Mickey, it's real life now. You have responsibilities for everybody, you know? And then, oh fuck, that shit just started hitting, bro.
Yeah, Blau said something really important earlier. I do agree with this. If you are not around like 1 or 2 or even 3 days a week, whatever it is, like as the leader of the group, you not only miss so much with your group, but you also get behind in so many things as a leader. Because like Sab said, you really do need to provide stuff like content for your group or like missions or whatever, and you need to like navigate your group. And if I've missed a day or two, come back to like the most crazy wars, come back to some of the most crazy stuff happening.
A lot of fires.
And I'm like, what is all this? Why is the city on fire right now? Like I was out of town. Like I you know what's going on? And me and Listen, we've experienced that already with, we even experienced that with the company when we took breaks, but nothing too crazy in Hades yet because we've both been on a pretty good schedule.